What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis once again answering the questions that you asked me. Make sure you hit me up on the ChazzEllisProject.com if you want to be a part of picking the next video. This video actually came from the ChazzEllisProject.com. You pick the next video. So a few of y'all actually wanted to know this answer. It was a few of y'all on there. So this is the one we picked. Make sure you go to ChazzEllisProject.com if you want to pick one. Also, if you want to get a consultation, if you want to just ask a quick question, go to the shop page. It'll show you how to do that. And if you want to make a donation, you can do that also. All right, ChazzEllisProject.com. Anyway, the question that I got was, why do guys like ghetto girls? And it wasn't even, I think it came from multiple races, so I don't even think it was and I don't even think it was in a racial way. So it wasn't like about black dudes or black women or yada yada yada, and making the racial distinction. Because I actually get this question from a lot of guys. It's basically, why do girls like thugs? Why do girls like bad boys? Yada yada yada. I get this question from people from all races, just formed in different ways, but I get it from all races. I get it from both sexes, and it's kind of like this. Look, I'm going to let you know right now. Some of y'all are going to get upset about this. There's going to be a couple comments in the box. There's going to be a couple dislikes. Because this is not what you're going to normally hear from people. But this is kind of how it works. Whenever we measure people, we generally say, okay, I like this person, and they pick this other person. Here's how we generally do it. We generally measure this other person by all of their flaws and measure ourselves by all of our successes. Basically, it's like this. I got a college degree and a good job and a nice car, and this person picked this bum-ass dude over me? Are you serious? That's kind of how it works. She's like, I went to college, okay, and this girl work on fries, and you're going to pick her over me? Are you serious? Okay, I'm somebody, you're nobody. And what that does is it causes us not to really have to think anymore. And we don't have to improve ourselves as long as we try to convince ourselves that people make these decisions to choose somebody that's lesser than us. They're lesser than us by our standards and our thought process, because we're looking at what we have and making it here and taking whatever they got going for them and making it here. And we don't even know what they got going for them, because it's not like you sit here and talk to your exes, new people or whatever. It's not like you sit here and just have a conversation to find out what's going on in their relationship and all that. If you do, it's going to be through your ex and not through the person that they're with. So you don't even know if that's true. What we often do is we just find reasons for that other person to be lesser than us, and we never really sit here and think about, wait a minute, what is it that they could possibly be bringing to the table that my ex would want? Or the person that I'm, maybe not even an ex, but somebody who just chose them over me would want. Why is it that they're choosing this person? What do they have going for them? This reminded me, man, one time I had this friend, and this is like when we just got out of high school, and he's like, man, I'm tired of these girls, man. I was trying to holler at old girl, she don't choose this old lame ass thug nigga over me. You know what I'm saying? And he was in college at the time. They're like, this is like right after high school we went to college. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, maybe she likes thugs. I don't know. But then I met the dude that she was talking to, and the friend is like, 5'3" or so, a chubby dude, got a big belly and everything like that. And the dude that she was talking to was like 6'2", and he was like one of these abs and steel dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like he stayed in the gym, in good shape. He was a good looking person. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta be on some let me be fake about it. You could look at a dude and say, I could tell girls would date this dude, and he looked like somebody that girls would date. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, it's funny how you sat here and you listed all the good things you had going for you, but you neglected the obvious good stuff the dude had going for him. She's picking him because he's a thug and not because he's like, a foot taller than you. I mean, let's be real here. The dude is like a foot taller than you. That might have had something to do with it. That might have played into it a little bit. The dude is in 10 times better shape than you. that might have played into it. Let's be real here. We got to be honest with ourselves. You know, and that's kind of what it is sometimes. Like, we're like, why do these girls like thugs? Why do these dudes like ghetto girls? But we're not looking at anything that they could possibly have going for them. We're just looking at their flaws and thinking that this person, oh, you must have picked them for their flaws. You know, like, everything about us is our successes and everything about them is their flaws. Well, what is it about you that's not so great? What is it about you that's not up to par? You know, that somebody may or may not want to be with you for those reasons. You know, we don't look at that. We just look at what that person doesn't have going for them. And I know that's will piss people off, but it is what it is. I can sit here and tell you, oh, well, they pick people who are ghetto because they don't have any self-respect and you're just too good for them. And it's, you know, they have low self-esteem and they need to be with somebody who doesn't challenge them or intimidate them. I can tell you that, but how the hell does that help you other than make you feel good for a few minutes? You know, a lot of times what you want to look at is, and some people, don't get me wrong, some people are like that. There are some people who are like that. But that doesn't represent the entire population. And even if it does, how does that help you? How does that really help you? That doesn't help you know what's going to happen next or who's going to do that next. So what I would say is, you don't really have to think about why they're picking this person. Why don't you think about, if you were in a relationship with them, what's missing from our relationship? What was it that we didn't have? You know, did we not have a chemistry? Because it could be something like that. They can have a good chemistry with that person. You know, if they didn't really have in your relationship. You could be working and have a great job and a great education and financially stable and all of that. And that other person might just have more time on their hands to worry about them and their career and their life. And that could be the reason why. You know, so now maybe in your next relationship, you might think about, you know, how can I make more time for my partner? How can I be more concerned with their life and their relation or in their business or whatever it is that they're doing? How can I try to do that? Because maybe that's why they picked this person that I said was quote unquote ghetto or ratchet or a thug or broke or a loser or whatever thing I wanted to, category I wanted to put them in. Maybe they picked that person because of some of the personal and internal things that was going on in the relationship that y'all didn't have going on in yours. And that person may not be better than you in any way. They may just have that going for them, and that's it. They might, a couple months down the road, hey, they might change their mind again and say, you know what, damn, this person has more time to spend on business with me, but they don't have anything else. You know, they have more time to, you know, they rub my feet and you didn't, but dang, they can't do anything else. You know, that might happen. But you have to look at the things that you may not have brought to the table for that particular relationship. Not in life in general, not saying you're less than anybody else or that you're not what you should be, but we all have to keep evolving and keep growing. And a lot of times when we just call people certain stuff, when we diagnose other people, it because we say, oh, this person has low self-esteem, that's why they picked that person. It makes us stop thinking, and it makes us not have a reason to grow. And it's easy and it's a cop-out. Everybody, I've noticed, like I'm watching on the internet, and everybody's a narcissist now. Oh, this person that's a clear narcissist behavior. How the hell do you know? You didn't evaluate that person. Only thing you know about that person is what someone else told you, and that was how they relate to them, not how they relate to every other person in the world, or how they relate to every person that they actually care about. We don't know if that person is a narcissist. It just sounds cool to say. It sounds cool to we live in an age of diagnosing other people. Whenever somebody hits me with a video, with a question or something like that, and says, "Hey, can you tell me why this person is doing what they're doing?" Or can you tell me, you know, what's wrong with this person? Man, I always throw it back on them and say, okay, how are you relating to this person? And how can we fix that? And how you relate to someone else possibly? Because you're the person that asked me for help, not them. So it ain't my job to try to figure out what this person is or isn't in terms of, are they a narcissist? Are they this? Are they that? I could tell you what they're going to do next by what they've done and how things work. But I'm not going to try to sit here and tell you, you know, make some diagnosis of this person that causes you not to have to work anymore. Oh, well, my last boyfriend was a narcissist, so I didn't do anything in that relationship, so I need no improvement. Or my last girlfriend was this, that, and the other. She was codependent. She was ignorant. She was this. She was that. Blah, blah, blah. She had low self-esteem. We don't know what's going on in somebody else's life. We don't know what's going on between someone else's ears, you know, and not based on just what they do to us. That doesn't tell you. So, you know, when we look at somebody, we say, oh, why they pick somebody that's ghetto? Why do they pick somebody that's a thug or whatever? It's easy to sit here and say that, but you don't know everything about that person that they chose. They might not have chosen because they were a thug or because they were ghetto. They might have chose that person because they had certain things going for them that may not be valuable to you, but may be valuable to them. You know, and you didn't even take the time to look at that. You just looked at what you felt was negative because that made you feel better. And we all do that. You know, it's easy to sit here and evaluate somebody else and try to put them in a category of being less than us because that makes us feel better. But it doesn't help you grow. So when you want to grow, what you want to do is you want to take a situation and say, okay, what did we not have in our relationship? It ain't about this other person. Maybe they are just ghetto. Maybe they are just a thug. Maybe they are just this, that, or the other, or whatever the case may be. That doesn't matter. But what did we not have in our relationship that I could put in my next relationship to make me better and make me improve so that I can do better next time? You know, the other person really doesn't even matter. And we don't need to put anybody else down to make ourselves feel better. Let's grow so we can make sure we are better. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Once again, it's your man, Chazz Ellis. Make sure you hit me up on the ChazzEllisProject.com. Also, make sure you share this video with somebody else. Like and subscribe. Hit me up on the AskChazzEllis on Facebook too. Peace.